What is up, guys? Welcome to episode number 69. Ow! I'm Jeff James. As always, with me is the incredible, unobtainable, luscious Brody Faults. How are you, my friend?
I am fantastic. How about yourself?
Good. More importantly, how are you on this National Clean Up Your Room Day?
My room's pretty clean. It's not bad.
He turns around to look at his room. Oh, my God, dude. More importantly, today, if you're listening to this episode on May 10th, when it came out, it is National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. So that's a legit. That's a very legit.
That's a good
thing.
one.
Those
That's
people
a real
make
good
a big
one.
sacrifice. Little sacrifice you can make. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Diggity Podcast. Wow, I segued into that. I feel really bad now. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Username is Diggity, Diggity. Subscribe to our podcast, the audio version. If you're listening to it right now on whatever podcast provider you're using, whether it be iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever the hell it be, we own it. And you can rate us, and you can also subscribe, my dudes. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. You can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial by heading on over to audibletrial.com/Diggity, Diggity. Get access to a ton of titles to choose from for your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, or your MP3 player. Books that read to you. Do you want anything else? You do? Well, then you a needy little bitch, because this is the best gift you could ever get, my friends. Head on over to audibletrial.com/Diggity. Support the show.
How
and
have
get
we
your book learnings on? What?
How have we managed to retain Audible with
No,
some of
everybody's
those
got
that
it.
you've given?
Everybody's got Audible.
Like, quit your bitching.
Quit your bitching. Get on listening.
Oh,
All right,
damn.
cool. Before we jump into news, going to run through quickly the Diggity Deals section because it is the Friday show. So a deal for the Nintendo Switch. You can get Steam World Dig for $2.99 or Steam World Dig 2 for $9.99 or Steam World Heist Ultimate Edition for $5.99 on the US Nintendo eShop only. For Xbox One users, you can get Assassin's Creed Odyssey for $19.80 at Best Buy. Best Buy, just end it with a $9.90. You're fucking with the prices here. PS4 users, you can get Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition for $29.99 on Amazon. Those are your Diggity deals. Hit them up. We pass the savings on to you. Don't say we didn't save you money. Unless you didn't want any of these games, then we didn't save you anything because you never wanted them. That's a fact.
All right, they're there if you want them. I mean,
absolutely. They're there if you want them. Whatever
we
you
do
want
what
to
we
with
can.
Yeah.
So this week, as we always do on Friday, we have an indie radar game, and this one is Feudal Alloy. Feudal Alloy is an epic action adventure with fish-controlled medieval robots. Explore an unusual medieval world with a fish-controlled robot, Atu. Improve your combat techniques and skill by smashing many kinds of mechanical creatures in a beautiful hand-drawn world. The dev team on this is Atu Games. The publisher is themselves self-published. The platforms are PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. And the release date it's already fucking out. This is the first time we've actually done an indie game that is already out, but this is one that completely flew under my radar initially when it released on January 17th of this year. So we just kind of want to give this game a little bit of love. It is a really, really interesting looking game. It's definitely like your side scrolling.
Takes you back to like a Castle Crashers.
Yeah. It's a side scrolling, like platforming adventure game. It looks really awesome. There's a robot controlled by a fish in a suit of armor, and looks like it has some RPG elements and things. It's really a really neat looking game. I'm thinking about picking it up on Switch because I just found out about this game a couple days ago. So
and it caught your eye.
It did. And I believe it was $16.99, at least on Steam. So definitely we're checking it out. The trailer is up on our YouTube channel right now. So go check it out and maybe give these guys some love.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Well, on to the news. Nintendo is hinting at further Switch Online exclusives following the success of Tetris 99. So in a recent Q&A with investors, Nintendo stated how the addition of Tetris 99 brought in a large amount of Nintendo Online subscribers. Nintendo President Shantaro Furukawa said, we need to continue offering elements like this. That's it. That was the statement.
No.
Here's a full question response. Sorry, was
There's the rest of it right there. That was abbreviated.
So the question was, the number of accounts with Nintendo Switch Online memberships has reached 9.8 million. But are there people coming and going? For example, are people joining to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Splatoon 2 and then canceling their memberships, or joining to play Tetris 99? Or have most of them continued to be members once they have joined? I would like more details about the growth in account numbers. The answer that was given was this. We recognize that the number of accounts that have subscribed to Nintendo Switch Online is increasing steadily, corresponding to the pace that the hardware install base is growing. Naturally, not everyone remains a member, and there are cases where users join during the holiday season and then canceled that for 3 months. There are also new members who joined after Tetris 99 was released in February as an exclusive game for the Nintendo Switch Online members, and others who have remained members because of Tetris 99. To expand Nintendo Switch Online even further, we need to continue offering elements like this that highlight the distinctive value of Nintendo Switch Online. It just sounds like they need to really just focus on better exclusives. Well, not better exclusives. I mean, like better online components for their exclusives. Like, I feel like, Smash is great and all, but I feel like they could have made Smash even better online.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff that they could do on that. But this is the thing, right? Is they haven't really, I mean, Nintendo's never been good at the online shit. Like, ever.
No, it's always been very off. Something it's never modern with the Xbox or PlayStation or anything like that. They kind of do their own thing. But the online component, has never really been their strong suit. They make great games, but as far as supporting them online, it's always been very rough. But yeah, if they came out with another game that was a huge hit like Tetris 99, I mean, you're just going to keep boosting numbers the more games you put out like that. And I mean, you look at many platforms. I mean, you look at PlayStation, specifically, like God of War. I mean, that's a console seller right there. Spider-Man, things like that. All these exclusive games to each console are what generally sells these consoles to different consumers. And so if Nintendo can come out with more games like Tetris 99 or bigger online games at that point, it could become a console seller eventually as well.
A Mario
not
Kart
just
would
their
help
service.
them too, I feel.
Yeah.
Something like
next
that,
year.
No. I'm
not doing this again.
No.
I started it, but I'm not doing it.
Would help. No, seriously though, what kind of, if they're looking for exclusive, like the fact that they point out Tetris 99 is because obviously it wasn't that hard of a game to make, budget wise,
and it's really their only exclusive to Nintendo Switch Online users, other than like your NES stuff that they've been doing.
So what IP can they use to make a game like that that's not like a full-fledged game, just like a quick little like party game? Because I mean, for all intents and purposes, Tetris 99 could be on a phone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why it's not on a phone.
Probably just the deal they made with Nintendo, I would assume.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
Otherwise, they'd be putting on everything because obviously it does well. But
it doesn't well.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure what other IP they could use. I mean, I honestly didn't even see Tetris 99 coming. It kind of came out of nowhere, taking a classic game like that and kind of twisting it and making it just that much more enjoyable and that more competitive. And the feeling of one more game.
Yeah. You know what? I think a Dr. Mario.
Yeah,
would be good on that. Yeah, like in the same essence, the same style as a Tetris. I mean, it's a little bit different of a game, but I think it would work the same. You have 100 people in the lobby all playing Dr. Mario, and you can send shit at each other.
Even if they took like a Mario game and made it like a speed run type of thing, or something, just something.
You mean like a Mario, like God, whatever it was called on iPhone and Android,
Mario Run.
Yeah,
like kind of similar. Something easy like that, where it becomes more of a leaderboard type of game. Yeah, you just want to be top of the leaderboard or something that's competitive, because that's what really pushes the one more game. And they have, I mean, a ridiculous amount of IP that they could do anything they want. They could even use a popular game mechanic and just add Nintendo characters into it, like they've done in the past, and make just a smaller game like this, and it could do crazy well. I mean,
You know what I
it
thought
wouldn't
would
take
be a
much.
great game? Would be taking Crossy Road and then allowing like 20 people or 25 people at the same time to be
Ah,
animals and running
yeah.
across a road at the exact same time. So
Are
you're like
are
pushing
the
people
days
out of the way.
yeah, I wonder if the whole Crossy Roads genre has kind of run its course
Yeah, but
though.
I mean, if you put 25 people in there and you make it chaos and
Competitive,
people have to
yeah.
push people out of the fucking way, maybe you slow it down a little bit at the start.
Crossy Roads Battle Royale.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great game.
Because everything needs to be a battle royale.
Oh, absolutely everything, dude.
And speaking of battle royales,
Ooh, segue skills.
segue. So
Woo.
EA has revealed that they plan to bring Apex Legends to mobile. This was released in a conference call on May 7th. Um, really, we don't have a whole lot to go on this. Just the fact that they are bringing it to mobile at some point in time. We don't have a estimated release date or anything of that nature. But I'm not really surprised. I mean, PUBG and Fortnite are both on mobile, so it only makes sense to bring it to mobile.
Mhm.
This is cool. I mean, I don't know if I'll play it because I don't generally play much on my phone because I don't like touch controls on my phone.
I
We,
don't
we
know how
kind of went
well
over
it's
that.
gonna run, man.
Dude, if they can get PUBG to run on it, if they get the right people to port it
Well,
over.
here's the thing: malware will run on anything, right? But here's the thing: is the fact like Apex Legends, like the slide mechanic and all that
Yeah.
kind of shit. I don't know how you make that work, like to where it feels,
I mean, you
like you're
can
not a
build in the
slug.
Fortnite mobile version, so surely they'd be able to figure out how to put
Sure.
Apex on mobile.
Yeah.
But uh, I mean, generally, you aren't playing on your phone for the best experience, right? It's
Yeah. You
more
just
of
like
a
a
just
itch. Yeah.
continuation, right? Like, hey, I don't have anything better to do. I'm going to play a game of Apex right now.
Oh, here I am
Whatever.
sitting on the metro. I'm gonna just play this,
Right.
kill
But
some time.
I mean, it's cool. Again, I'm not huge on battle royales. We play Apex occasionally, but I mean, for the people that play Apex religiously, I mean, this is why not? Hell yeah, bring it on over.
I don't think it's died down that much, but I certainly haven't seen a lot of people talking about it anymore.
No, it's definitely. I feel like the release hype has definitely died down. As far
You
as
think releasing on mobile will help that? You think it'll actually really gain that much steam? Because
um,
Fortnite's not that great on mobile, and neither is
actually, the PUBG runs very well on mobile. It runs better on
yeah,
my phone than it does on the fucking
yeah,
console.
yeah. Well, that's also what happens when 99% of the people in the fuck game are bots. But
Well, yeah, there's that too. I mean,
said it.
uh,
Well, hey, Sega has acquired 2 Point Studios. 2 Point Studios released their first game last August, which is titled 2 Point Hospital. The game sold quite well and received positive reviews. Um, uh, 2 Point Studios had said it's a landmark step for 2 Point Studios, and we're thrilled to be joining the Sega family. One of the founders, Webley, I'm going to say Webley. Mark Webley said, "We're looking forward to executing the next phase of our plans as we continue to evolve 2 Point County. It's a hugely exciting time to be a part of 2 Point, and we are here today thanks to the hard work, passion, and dedication of our small but amazingly talented team here in Farnham, and the incredible fans that have supported us throughout and guided our continued development of 2 Point Hospital. We're delighted to welcome 2 Point Studios officially in the Sega family," said Sega Europe President and COO Gary Dale. As a relatively new British-based developer with a global hit already under their belts, we knew we had to move quickly on this deal because they're extremely attractive investment proposition with a great deal of talent. The Searchlight team at Sega Europe have done a fantastic job integrating the studio over the past 2 years, and the studio have gone on to produce a fantastic title with clear franchise potential. Sega says that 2 Point has multiple unannounced titles that they will reveal more about in the coming months. 2 Point Hospital is a fantastic game.
yeah, it's a beloved game by sure, or for sure. But yeah, this is awesome for 2 Point Studios. I mean, this is a chance for them to get more revenue under their belt and be able to put out more and do more with their IP. And with the success of 2 Point Hospital, I mean, it'll be exciting to see what they can do with more money and more backing behind them.
Yeah, I'm excited that there's a company out there that wants to do all these simulation games. I'm a
Mhm.
huge simulation game fan, and these guys scream like the good old days of Maxis, doing
Yeah.
like SimCity and like even I mean shit even like Locomotive wasn't done by Maxis, that was done by Sawyer, who did Roller Coaster Tycoon series. But this takes me back to those games and what made them so good. You know, it's not this craziness, like insane, detailed mechanics. It's you know, you can play it bare bones if you want, or you can get into the heavy stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just a fun fucking game, and they know how to make them. They kick ass at making those simulation games.
Oh yeah. So Days Gone has now outsold God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn in Japan.
It's fucking crazy because
it
people hate that game here.
right. So there's, from what I understand, there's a little bit of a zombie resurgence in Japan right now.
Oh,
So
well, was it banned?
No,
Did they ban? Because they don't do that in Japan, right? That's just this is ignorant American, I guess, coming out, ignorant American Canadian, but they don't. I mean, China does numerous bans on blood and gore and zombies and shit like that.
Japan generally doesn't. It's mainly China. Yeah,
interesting. Very interesting.
But this is comparing the numbers over the launch week, and Days Gone sold 114,000 units in the first week it was out. So good for them. It did not do nearly as well over here in the States, but at least it's finding success somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. Zombie shit, big in Japan. Make a zombie mobile game. There you go. That'll be the next Bethesda announcement.
Skyrim Zombies
on iPad. Oh God. Hey, a John Wick game is apparently coming. Mike Bithell, the creator of Thomas Was Alone, is directing a strategy game called John Wick Hex, and looks similar to a XCOM. It's a turn-based tactical shooter of sorts and allows you to take the role of the boogeyman himself, planning each move and attack. This game will be coming to the Epic Game Store, so this is definitely a deal with Mr. Sweeney and the Epic Games team. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Well played. And it sounds cool. I don't know about the whole horror stuff. I'm kind of just, you know.
Boogeyman's the nickname of John Wick. It's not a horror game.
Oh my God. I know nothing about John Wick. I know nothing about John Wick, bro.
Be dead my bad. I should have told you about that ahead of time. Sorry.
No, that's not
I
you.
guess I
That's
just assumed you had seen it. But the art style that
I've seen John Wick.
Yeah, they kill his dog and yeah.
Yes, Keanu Wick. Yes,
Keanu
Wick. Oh my God. Yeah, this is cool. This is like fucking Hitman.
Yeah, the art's kind of like Hitman. I mean, more with it looks like a turn-based.
Didn't Ubisoft do a turn-based Hitman? But it's a puzzle game, right?
Hitman Go, I believe.
Was that a puzzle? Yeah, that was a puzzle game because like a Laura Croft Go and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay, I half redeemed myself. I sound a little less stupid.
We got there. Cool. The art style in this game was an interesting direction. It was kind of it was very artistic. It was not what I imagined out of a John Wick game. It was very kind of cartoony and just different, I guess. I don't know what I expected, but that was not it.
I wonder if Keanu had something to do with this.
I don't know. I know a few of the actors are going to be in the game voicing the characters that they have in the movies, but it's not clear at this point who is returning to do their voices in the game. For all we know, I mean, John Wick might not even talk in the game. So who knows? But it looks cool. I'll definitely check it out as we get a little bit closer here.
What's crazy too is you're saying that John Wick is probably coming to Fortnite.
He already is.
He's in there?
Yeah, he had a skin like the first or second season.
Maybe it's new shit then?
Maybe. They might be doing new shit, or they might just be bringing his skin back in light of the release of the movie that's coming up.
I heard more shit about it. Hold on. God, I look like an idiot today. Holy shit. Oh, it's going to have his shit on the map this time. His
Oh,
home
okay.
and car have been discovered within the Fortnite map and the 9.0 update files. And there'll be
Gotcha.
a complete Wick's bounty challenges. Is John Wick actually that big?
Yeah.
Like people fucking love John Wick.
As far as an action movie goes, yeah, it's probably one of the biggest action movies that franchises that we have right now, I would
My
say.
God,
I
man,
mean,
I am
aside
out
from
of
like
touch
your
with that.
Fast and Furious,
I
like
saw the first
92
one.
or whatever we're on,
Yeah, I saw the first one. I was like, okay,
they're
I
damn
mean,
good.
they're
They're damn
good,
good.
sure, but I was just, I don't know. I didn't think that they would carry on that much. I didn't think people were that interested in it in a time of just, you know, superhero movies and Game of Thrones shit. Like I just didn't think people would be that much into it.
They're very different than a lot of action movies. Like they have a similar plot, and like the over the top action and things, but it's the little details of it that I think really people like. I mean, like it's one of those things where they actually count the bullets in a magazine to make sure people aren't firing off 42 bullets out of a fucking pistol magazine. Like it's very detailed. Keanu Reeves actually does like 3-gun training and 3-gun shooting. So he actually is trained to shoot, and he actually does most of the scenes by himself. It's all the little details and the work that kind of goes on behind the scene that make it that much better. But yeah, I mean the first one was huge. The second one was huge, and a lot of people are looking forward to the third one. I mean, yeah, I love them. They're
Fun
fantastic
fact:
movies.
Keanu Reeves is Canadian. Fun fact.
Yes, he is.
Hell
He is
yeah.
indeed, and
Hell
he
yeah.
also doesn't age.
No.
He looks the
Most
same as
Canadians
he did
don't.
back in the Matrix, man.
Most Canadians don't age.
Yeah.
Except for Jim Carrey. He looks like hell. Oh shit, dude. You want to get on a nice piece?
Yeah, so today we had the big Ghost Recon release, or sorry, not release, reveal. Wrong word. So the new Ghost Recon game that is coming out is called Breakpoint. It's a modern shooter that seems to focus on tech. It seems like the main enemy faction that you're going up against is very into drones, and it looked like they had futuristic looking tanks that appeared to be unmanned. Yeah. 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 You don't have to make that face. It's all right.
Is an unmanned tank just a drone?
Yes. But it is important to make the difference between
drone?
a regular drone. Like they had regular like copter drones, and then they had
what
the tank
happens
drones.
if it's an unmanned tank but there's a hamster on the inside of it? Now the hamster's not doing anything on the inside of gerbil. He's not commanding it. Is it still a drone or is it a gerbil?
Yes, it's still a drone. It's not piloted by anyone. That's what. God damn it. Anyway,
so asking for a friend.
This is going to be an open world game that has different biomes throughout the world and a ton of different vehicles that they showed off in the trailer. It appears to allow you to play with 3 other people for a 4-player co-op experience.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It honestly,
God.
This looked like Wildlands 2, but better. The game starts out with your helicopter being shot down by drones, leaving you without any gear or intel, forcing you to put your survival skills to the test.
Ooh,
players will actually have to eat and drink to maintain their health and stamina.
You will
have to do weapon maintenance as well as perform medical care to avoid injuries that can hinder your movement.
That was cool though when they showed that.
That is cool. And the weapon maintenance thing, if you don't maintain your weapon, it will not fire properly and you will run into problems, which I think is neat. And it'll be interesting to see how all that is implemented into the game and how heavily it hinges.
It's going to be press X and then he's going to go and he's going to pull his gun out and all you're going to hear is this.
Well, I'm not talking about that aspect of it. I'm talking about how much is it actually going to hinder you if you don't do it. Is it something that's like, hey, you got to eat and drink every fucking hour or you're going to die?
The barrel of your gun explodes.
Yeah, you get a jam in there and it fucking blows your hand off. Like how deep is this going to get?
You are now injured.
Good luck.
Grab the bandages.
So the main enemies of the game appear to have their own squads that will be wandering around the world and dispatched mainly to just go after you. Mm-hmm. And they are going to have the same training as the ghosts of this game, which are, your elite forces here. It also had John motherfucking Bernthal in it, who plays the Punisher on the Netflix series.
Yeah.
So I was pretty pumped to see that.
John motherfucking Bernthal.
Yeah.
Baby.
And Ubisoft has also teased that it's going to have PvP, which is something that launched after Wildlands came out and was a very requested thing. And it's also going to have raids, which
super excited for the raids.
Yeah, the raids are supposed to be very reliant on strategy, and it's not something you just run in and overpower and take over. Supposedly,
not a bullet sponge. Yeah.
So this will release on October 4th, which I was surprised to hear it's coming that soon.
Like Mario Kart.
It is available for pre-order right now. And as always with most pre-orders, you'll get guaranteed access to beta and all that bullshit. If you go pre-order
this is the best DLC ever. Explain to the good people what's in it.
What?
There's a fucking mountain motherfucking goat monster in this, man.
Not in Ghost Recon. There's not.
Shit, that's Monster Hunter World.
How about you just hold your goddamn horses for a second, Jeffrey?
Oh, God, that's the best DLC, man. Dude, I am off today. Holy
you are.
Shit.
That's no joke, man.
Watch Game of Thrones. I'm just out of it.
Let me hurry up and finish this before Jeff loses his shit.
I've already lost it.
More info on Ghost Recon will be coming at E3. So now we'll let Jeff go ahead and get on to the next.
Well, maybe there'll be DLC at the E3.
There's probably going to be DLC for this game, but anyway,
listen up, people of America. Monster Hunter World is a good game. Multiplayer fucking blows. Doesn't matter though. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, new DLC that's releasing on September 9th. This is all stuff that I'm going to go through that was shown at the PlayStation State of Play live stream that happened. The best DLC ever. A motherfucking mountain goat monster, a sea monster, but in the fucking snow. So he doesn't even know where he fucking is at. He's pissed. He's supposed to be in the sea. He's in the fucking snow, bro. A frozen sea, as some would call it. Fucking insane.
I believe that's ice, but yeah.
You also have a bat monster and a Valcana, which is a dragon-looking monster. Goat monster. I'm fucking in.
The goat monster and the sea monster in the snow and the bat monster probably all have names within the Monster Hunter community, but I don't know them. And the only one they actually said the name of was the Valcana. So I was like,
the official name of the sea monster is.
We're gonna improvise
the sea monster and snow monster.
Right. Maybe they'll name it after Aquaman. It'll be like Momoa. the actor who plays Aquaman.
Momoa Snowa. Shit. Oh God. Nessie in the snow. A couple other games. River Bond, which is a pixel graphic dungeon crawler, which is also a 4-player co-op. It has 8 crossover skins from popular indie games, including Shovel Knight and Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, and also Guacamelee. Shout out to the Toronto team. Woo! Predator Hunting Grounds was shown as well. It's being developed by a Sony studio oh my God, it is an asymmetrical multiplayer game that places players into a fire team and pit them against another player playing as the Predator.
This is karma for all the times you give me shit when I get tongue-tied.
Right in the show notes. An asymmetrical multiplayer game that places players into a fire team and pit them against another player playing as the Predator. Are you fucking kidding me? We've got 7 P's in this thing. Predator pipe the fucking Peter Piper flute. Medievil was also shown off. There's a remake of the original 1998 game that's coming, and we've also known for a while, but this is really the first time that we've actually seen this much of the game. It is coming October 25th. So October is turning out to be a pretty busy month so far already with some great games. Away, the survival series, which is a flying squirrel simulator.
I don't. That's not the official thing. I just said that just to clarify,
Well,
because
yeah, it
that's
is though.
essentially what it fucking looked
It
like.
fucking is.
We know
Okay.
nothing about this game other than the
And we
fact
don't
that
know when
it
it's coming
looks
out
like
either.
you're playing as a flying squirrel. And
Which I'm okay
honestly,
about.
it's probably not even a fucking flying squirrel. It's probably something else. And I just called it a flying squirrel because I don't know what the hell it is.
Probably a flying sea snow monster in the sky. Days of Play limited edition PS4 will be coming out. And it's a steel gray PS4. Beautiful looking. Beautiful looking. PlayStation 4. Final Fantasy VII Remake also had new footage, and people were going fucking crazy about this on Twitter. It's the most we have seen of this game since it's been announced at the last E3.
Oh, it was announced long before that.
Yeah, but like even it was announced also like there's more shit that was shown off at last E3
Yeah,
as
they
well.
keep like leaving a little bit of a like teasers around and things. And
what's crazy is there's more to come in June at E3. So this will span 3 E3s.
It looked amazing though.
It does look absolutely
looks
incredible.
so good. I hope it's going to be worth the wait.
I think this will get people. I mean, you and me aren't huge Final Fantasy guys,
right?
But
which is weird because I'm big on turn-based strategy type games, but yeah, I've never really gotten real deep into Final Fantasy. A little bit here and there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I've been kind of weird about it, but I feel like this one is one where like you'll actually. I don't know. I feel like it'll get a lot of people that normally wouldn't pick it up.
See, as I've said before, I wasn't a Sony guy growing up, so I never played Final Fantasy VII. But for me to try to go back and play it now, it's really, really hard because I've also said I don't really care to go back and play games from that era because they did not age well. And I'm not a graphics snob by any means, but I just have a hard time going back to games that came out, right around that time.
Well, yeah, PlayStation was
PlayStation and N64, they're a little rough.
Yeah,
the like 4 polygons that make up each character, and it's just it's hard.
Good example of a word to use, rough. For some PlayStation stuff. I think all the text shit was just brutal. It was like,
oh yeah. I am really excited for this one though, because it is definitely one of the games that everyone refers to as one of the best Final Fantasy games and one of probably the best RPGs ever. So I do really want to play it, and I've been looking forward to this remake, and it looks fantastic. From what I understand, this is probably going to come out in like seasons though. It's going to come out in chapters actually. Sorry, not seasons, but it's
interesting.
A little bit here and there. And it'd be an interesting way to do it and keep hype up around it as long as they keep a good schedule on it.
What's interesting to me too is, well, not interesting. I mean, I guess a pro tip: if you've got extra money laying around and you see one of these play days like PS4s, pick this shit up.
Oh yeah,
and just hold on to it, dude. I don't know if you know about this, but the 20th anniversary PlayStations, the ones that look like a PlayStation 1, the classic gray, those are going for like $1,200 on eBay.
Damn.
Yeah. So little investment there. Unless you want to collect it, just hold on to it. I thought the steel gray was really cool. I wish they put a little bit more of it on it, but otherwise it is a really cool looking system.
Yeah,
it's kind of just like a black PS4 with it. I wish every PS4 had the symbols on it though. On the top,
I think that's a real nice touch. I think I like last year's console a little bit better. The transparent blue that they did.
Sure, yeah. Well,
that was pretty cool.
It's just always fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
I want them to come out with a PS5 that has a transparent edition. I don't give a shit if it's like an extra like $100. I'd buy that. Yeah, it's fantastic.
But I do really like the gray. It's like a I personally wouldn't call it steel gray. But it's like a charcoal.
Yeah. It's like a off black, like it looks like the normal PS4, just a little off, like a little bit more grayish, like real dark gray. Like you wouldn't fucking notice if this was
the lighting that they gave it in the video didn't do it any favors either.
No, it looked like it was brown.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I assume it's like a charcoal, and it looked almost like it was brushed, like a brushed steel kind of finish on it.
Well, yeah, not the whole system, just the icons.
Just parts of it, right?
Yeah,
but it was really cool. Yeah, absolutely. If you don't have a PlayStation and we're looking at it, I'd wait and pick that one up because it's really awesome.
Hell yeah, sweet.
So we have some gaming research findings. So
Data.
I love data. The annual research from the Entertainment Software Association, or the ESA, has been released, and it brought in some interesting statistics on mobile gaming and just gaming in general. The study pulled from more than 4,000 Americans. So this is specifically America.
All from Kentucky.
Statistics. Yes. Good old US of A. The average American video gamer is 33 years old and tends to prefer to play games on their mobile phones, apparently.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And this is why we're getting Diablo Immortal. So US mobile gamers are spending 20% more than they were this time last year, and 85% more than they were in 2015.
Jeez.
65%, or roughly 164 million US adults play video games, supposedly. 60% of these adults play games on their phones, with half of that number also playing on a PC or console as well.
Wow.
The study shows that 46% of gamers are female. It did, however, show a difference in preferred genres between genders. According to the ESA, female gamers between 18 and 34 had their top games were Candy Crush, Assassin's Creed, and Tomb Raider, and their preferred platform was actually smartphones. For males, the preferred platform was consoles in general, with God of War, Madden, and Fortnite being the top games. Gen X, which is ages 40 to 54, had top games of Tetris, Pac-Man, Call of Duty, Forza, NBA 2K, and male baby boomers in the age range of 55 to 64 prefers solitaire and Scrabble, while women of the same age prefer Mahjong and Monopoly. Yeah.
Oh my God. We learned in college, funny story about Mahjong. So we went to a casino in college, me and my roommates and some of my friends, and we were playing roulette at a casino. And this was a casino that was predominantly Asian on the inside. Okay. And Mahjong is a big Asian game. There's an Asian game section.
Yeah.
And we're playing roulette, and we can hear like 15, 20 people with very thick, like Asian accents yelling monkey. Okay. And we fucking turn around, and there's my friend Matt getting like rubbed by like 12 Asian people yelling, saying monkey. All right. Monkey. And monkey is good luck, apparently. Right. And they're playing the Mahjong. They're putting the tiles down and shit. And he had no fucking idea what he was doing. I mean, this guy, this motherfucker went in there and just like started looking at, like, pointing at tiles. Okay. It was like that one. And they'd pick it, and like 5 tiles would come back, and they'd be like, monkey, just rubbing them. He walked away with money that night, I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy.
That's what we learned about Mahjong, and I was like, holy shit. And now every time after that we went to the casino, we'd all start saying monkey and shit when we'd be playing like roulette or other games.
You start rubbing him.
Fuck, man. He had 15 people rubbing his body.
Oh my God.
It's incredible. That's hilarious.
That's the last statistic that they had here was that there is actually no correlation between gamers and isolation versus a regular average American and isolation. So contrary to prior belief, we're not all hermits who just stay inside and play games and don't want to communicate with the outside world.
Hey, there's a ton of hermits who just drink Busch Light and clean their fucking gun.
Yeah. Most of them probably live in my town. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine. So some interesting statistics there. Out of a sample size of 4,000, I don't know how telling it really is. When I took a statistics class, I found that statistics can be skewed to about anything you want them to be skewed to. So take it with a grain of salt, I guess.
Jesus, what stats class were you in?
An AP stats class.
Oh my God.
I
And
mean,
that's
they
what
didn't
you
straight
took
up
from it?
tell me that, but it's what I gathered from taking the class. They're not
Oh
like,
my
yeah, well,
God.
stats are bullshit, but let's be honest, stats are predominantly bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah, they
no.
are. Yeah, they are.
No, they're fucking not.
How the fuck aren't they?
Because if they're done correctly, they
A
show a
sample.
valid, quantifiable point and reference to move from.
Eh, eh.
Bad
I
stats, yes.
strong, I strongly disagree, but that's fine. Sample sizes are
Well,
generally
so,
way
so
too
here's
small
the
to actually correlate to what you're sampling. But anyway,
no.
this is a gaming podcast, so let's venture on. I'm not going to argue
Well,
about whether
I'll give
stats
you
are
the fact that
valuable or not.
I'll give you the fact that the last point about isolation is ridiculous because essentially I feel like everyone is isolated nowadays anyways, just because everyone's fucking cling to their phone.
Yeah, and
So
that's
if you're going to
kind
say
of their
that the
point.
average is not the thing, I know, but I mean, it's like no more than the average American and certain, I don't know. I don't
Well,
believe that.
it was an attempt to debunk the popular stereotype of
Well, I think the
gamers sitting
problem,
in a room eating Doritos and
right,
drinking
but
Mountain Dew and never
I also think
communicating.
that's a problem though, because here's the thing. I mean, what is communication? Because the term of communication, even like 6, 7 years ago, when you didn't have as many, predominant online games, right? I mean, can you really call someone a hermit if they're fucking talking to people all over the world? Do you know what I mean?
That's literally what they're debunking.
No, I
Like,
think they
they-
feel like it's more like they live isolated in terms of like you're in your fucking basement, you're a basement dweller. Because I saw some of this shit on another
Right.
article and they talked about
Well,
it like it
yeah.
was like I live in my fucking basement, I'm a gamer. But if you're in your basement, you're playing WoW, you might be in a fucking clan with like, 30 people from all over the world. I mean, that's far better than
Hey, the statistics say it. It's true.
that's better than Billy Joe and Kendall Tucky sipping Bush Light by the bonfire because he thinks that the aliens are going to fucking take him if he goes into the Walmart in town.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Kendall Tucky.
4,000 out of however many billions of people live in the U.S. was
There's 350 million.
I know. I was fucking around.
God.
There's 7 billion people on the earth.
Speaking of billions of people, watch this segue. The Switch released in China. Get fucking wrecked. With the release of the Nintendo Switch in China.
It's not released yet. It has been announced.
Oh my God, dude. Pour one out for Jeff tonight. With the release of the Nintendo Switch China being announced, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa tried to temper expectations from investors, which means that he's kind of fucking, hey, this thing might not fucking sell well. Which immediately after Tencent was granted approval to bring the Switch to the Chinese market, Nintendo's stock value shot up 17%. This is the highest spike in Nintendo stock since the release of Pokemon Go back in 2016, which for those who don't know, I mean, that shit exploded, that stock, which is hilarious because Nintendo has nothing to do with it. We recognize that the Chinese market is vast and attractive, but looking forward, we don't expect our video game business in China to easily expand, he said, emphasizing that Nintendo's key markets today have been nurtured over a period of 30 years or more. He said expectations for our business, they're probably very high. The reality is that the Chinese games market is almost all mobile game and PC games. The market for dedicated video game platforms has not been very large, so we recognize that this will be a new challenge for us. Also, they've done their mobile stuff is done gangbusters for them in China. I mean, it's ridiculous to me that their stock doesn't rise just simply because of that. I mean, they fucking dominate that market.
I mean, most investors, I guess not most. I'm not going to say that, but some investors
they have
don't
no fucking
know.
idea what's
going on. They have no clue. They just know Nintendo is a huge company, and then they see, oh, they're releasing a console in a new country.
Bring the Pokemans to China.
They're bringing the Pokemans and the Marios. So yeah,
they're bringing the Lewiners to China.
Well, it's no different than when their stock shot up because of Pokemon Go, which has, like you said, nothing to do with Nintendo.
They get residuals from it.
Well, but it's Niantic, right? Like it shot up like 30-something%, if I remember correctly. Like
it was more than that, dude. It was fucking insane.
Yeah, it's just, it shot up.
Looking it up.
Yeah, but anyway, it's very much the thing of people investing in things that they don't actually follow, like the specifics of. Like Nintendo never sells well in China. Japan and China,
200%.
Yeah, fucking shit, yeah. 30%, close enough, right? But yeah, they generally don't know that Japan and China are, even when it comes to video games, it doesn't matter. They don't play well together. And the fact that just because the Switch is coming out in in China doesn't mean that it's going to sell well.
People
And
also
they're looking
pirate
at
everything.
it. Yeah, it's just one of those things of the investors being aside from what they're actually investing in.
Although there could be a switch here. I don't think it's no pun intended. I don't think that caught myself that it's necessarily like right now. Might be like 5 years from now, but there's an emerging middle class in China that I mean I could see in a couple years people being like, you know what, I'm not going to pirate that. I'm just going to buy an Xbox or PlayStation.
Well,
because the piracy is a fucking horrific problem.
That's why most of them play on PC, because
you get all their shit for free
right there and play. And but I mean, China, they also have a lot of the they had like there for a while there was the big push for like the underground cafes where they would play games and things, because for a while games were illegal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so
the
they
rub
had
and tugs.
Right. No.
Oh, you don't
Not
mean
where
the
I was going
massage
with that,
parlors?
but okay.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
Close
Whoops,
enough, right?
whoops. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people were just used to playing on PC, and they continue to play on PC, and that the mobile market over there is just insanely huge, just as it is in Japan. I mean, mobile games in Japan are ridiculously huge. The 3DS sold absolutely gangbusters over there. It's just a very different environment. I mean, I know like the last news article we had there about mobile games being a big thing in the US. I don't think they're, just because someone plays a mobile game doesn't necessarily mean they are a mobile gamer. Over in like China and Japan, they are mobile gamers, like religious mobile gamers.
Yeah, hardcore. Yeah.
It's a whole nother ball game.
What a
It's
country,
not even
man.
comparable.
What a country. You have cafes, play League of Legends, get a handy, and eat a scone. What a time to be alive.
So a Missouri senator named Josh Hawley has announced that he will be introducing legislation banning manipulative online gaming features. The Protecting Children from Abusive Games Act would prohibit games that are geared towards children from having loot boxes or pay-to-win microtransactions. That name is right on the head, man. He wasn't beating around the bush on that. This act would make the FTC responsible for enforcement, and the state attorney generals would be able to file lawsuits against companies that violate the rules. Social media and video games prey on user addiction, siphoning our kids' attention from the real world and extracting profits from fostering compulsive habits, Howley said. No matter this business model's advantages to the tech industry, one thing is clear: there is no excuse for exploiting children through such practices. The act specifies that games geared towards children would be determined by their subject matter, visual content, and other indicators, which is very broad. The Entertainment Software Association, or the ESA, from the earlier post in this episode, have already rejected the proposal. Stanley Pierre-Louis, the president and CEO of the ESA, pointed out that numerous countries, including Ireland, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom, determined that loot boxes do not constitute gambling. We look forward to sharing with the senator the tools and information the industry already provides that keep the control of in-game spending in parents' hands, Pierre-Louis said. Parents already have the ability to limit or prohibit in-game purchases with easy-to-use parental controls. So,
this is going to be the worst Senate hearing ever.
This is going to be a shit show.
Can you fucking have you ever watched one of those?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my God, dude. They'll have so there was one that I was watching where they had Mark Zuckerberg in there from Facebook, right?
Oh, yeah. I saw clips of
none of them know what the fuck they are talking about.
No.
Dude. And even the ones that are pretty smart individuals, okay? Mm-hmm. Because there's some dumb fucking people, dude, that get elected. Okay, that's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
You're gonna
You're
have a
not
lot of
wrong.
dumb people when there's hundreds of them. Okay, so in the Senate hearing, even some of like the big name people, like they don't do any fucking research on this stuff, dude. They're gonna go in there and say, "Cool, so I'm playing Mario's. Tell me why you're taking money from my son." Like that's literally what they're gonna fucking say. Mark Zuckerberg had a question where the guy's like, "Why have you banned me, Mr. Zuckerberg? Why am I being called a Nazi on Facebook and then I am proceeded to be banned, Mr.
I think
Zuckerberg?"
everyone saw that Senate hearing
Yeah.
because of all the memes
Oh.
that it came from
Dude,
it.
one old guy was like, "Look, if you Google me, it shows this." And Mark Zuckerberg's like, "Sir, I don't run Google. I run face. I run face." What a fucking class act of
Yeah.
individuals. I love it. I fucking love what my tax dollars go to. It's
This one's
great.
gonna be
Pure
really
idiocracy.
rough because anytime you start to get into
Oh
anything tech-based,
God,
it is
video
just
games.
a
This
shit
is going to
show.
go from, "So we've got a problem with violence in video games, and now you're telling me you're taking money from children. You ought to be ashamed of
Yeah.
yourself."
It was only a matter of time before this came up because
Sure, because there's not
even
other
though
pressing matters, right?
even though the ESA, yeah, right. Even though the ESA is saying, hey, these countries determined it's not gambling, it's also
It doesn't
illegal
matter.
to have those loot boxes in Denmark and Australia.
Yeah, other countries don't even matter
Right.
because it's not.
It
That's not
doesn't,
the fucking. It's not the United
but
States.
but what I'm saying is it's the domino effect. All these things have come up in other countries and they've been banned in
Yeah,
certain
this is
countries
bad.
or they've been limited in other countries. That's why we have the appearance rates on every loot box in every game
Yeah,
now.
and that's
So
fine.
it
I
was
think
only
that's a good thing.
I think so too. But it was only a matter of time before it made its way to the US. It was only a matter of time before one senator or whoever decided that, hey, this needs to be brought to the US now. And now we're going to try to push to ban these things in games geared towards children. And um, I would be kind of surprised if it passed. I think there's enough people in in those seats that just aren't going to vote on it that way. I
No
don't
one's
know.
gonna know what the
Who knows?
fuck this is, dude.
Exactly. I mean, how the fuck are you going to
I
vote on
mean,
something
I,
that
I
you
also
don't know?
don't understand this shit where it's I don't get it. I mean, North Korea's launching fucking missiles, and we're worried about little Jimmy got the fucking generic Ferris skin after spending $1 of his father's fucking Amex. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, and I think honestly, it comes down to if that's a real issue, somebody needs to make sure their kid doesn't have unlimited access to their fucking credit card to buy
Because that's the other
$200 worth of
fucking
skins.
problem is, dude, and I've seen it so many times. The parental controls on a fucking console are so on a phone on anything nowadays are so fucking easy to use. You
Oh,
used to
they're
have to go
simple.
into like back end bullshit and do all that stuff. When you start your fucking Xbox up for the first fucking time out of the box, any of these systems, it asks you, "Hey, is this an adult that's going to be using this box or a child?
Right.
Hey, make a password. Hey, would you
You
like to
can even
share
set
information?"
You can
Fuck.
even set a passcode for when you go to buy something. So you have to enter the passcode every single time you buy something on the store. So if your kid doesn't know the passcode, he can't fucking buy anything.
Oh,
It's not
like
hard.
I want stupid people to remain stupid without
Yes.
assistance. Do you know what I mean? Like it's why do we fucking have to do this for
It's
people that are just patently and clinically stupid?
it's just like the all the terrible warning labels on items where it's like,
Oh my
"Oh, don't
god.
throw the baby out with the bathwater." No fucking
Yeah.
shit. Who
Plastic
is this
bag.
for?
Yeah, plastic bag. Hey, this could
Right.
choke your fucking kid.
Right. It's
Thank
just
you.
like
Oh my
use some
god.
common sense and take some responsibility for your children because guess what? They came from you. They are your fucking responsibility.
Yeah.
If you are losing money to online games because your kid is spending it, you need to take control of it. That's nobody else's fucking responsibility. Fucking shit.
Oh
I
god,
hate it.
dude.
I hate it. I hate it. I
I
hate
hate
it.
it so much too. I've seen people in fucking Walmart give their kids their phone on YouTube, okay? And they don't have YouTube Kids, they got normal YouTube and they're watching like fucking I mean, just they're watching fucking Logan Paul walking a fucking suicide forest in Japan. 4-year-old kids sitting there looking at bullshit. They're looking at fucking just stupid videos of people blowing shit up and swearing and stuff like that because they're not even on YouTube Kids. Just download the fucking app. You know it exists. You're just fucking lazy or you're stupid.
Yep.
And I'm like, this shit where people are like, well, I trust my kid that he'll make the right. No, he's not. He's fucking not. You know what little Jimmy's going to do with the fucking Xbox the first time he's on Microsoft Edge? He's going to go fucking look at boobies on Edge, all right? It's going to happen in a fucking second. Unless you lock that shit down, 9-year-old Billy's looking at tits, all right?
Now all your neighbors have seen little Billy watching porn under your living room TV.
Living room TV on your Xbox One. All right? Like, it's just stupid to fucking do these things. Like the parents that go to GameStop and buy their fucking kid like the Grand Theft Auto, and then they're saying, why is little Billy saying fuck so much? Why is little Billy beating the shit out of his brother?
Why is little Billy wanting to go pick up his stripper, pay her, kill her,
why is
take
he
the money
saying
back?
weird things?
It's really weird.
And some kids they don't say it. Some kids can play those games. It's okay. Do I think kids should play those games at that age? Fuck no. I don't think they should. Honestly, I really don't. I don't think it promotes anything.
Value to the rating system.
I don't think it makes the
reason it's still around.
Yeah, I don't think it promotes people wanting to like kill people, but I think that it's just they just don't understand that shit.
Right.
And they're just, it's not good. So, man, God, just let stupid people let Darwinism take full effect.
Yep.
If you want to fucking lose your home because your 6-year-old child keeps buying Fortnite skins, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't feel bad for you, bro.
Tell us how you really feel, Jeff.
If you can't make your house payment because your son or daughter purchased too many fucking skins, you're a fucking joke, man. Like, I don't feel bad for you at all. No. Nope. It's like the people are like, my son used 200 gigs on his cell phone and we have a $2,000 bill. Set the fucking limit on his phone.
Yeah.
The fuck is the matter with you?
It's
you know you can do it. You just didn't do it.
It's really easy to do.
You just didn't do it because you're lazy or you're stupid.
Yep.
Fuck, we ripped into people today.
Hell yeah.
Even
let them have it.
Good God.
I mean, we do pride ourselves in being the blunt podcast.
Blunt podcast. There it is. There it is. Yep. Lose your home. Imagine that. What happened? Oh, lost my home. Oh, in the recession? No. To Fortnite.
Yeah. Fucking epic.
They took
all my money.
This is why we were in a recession for so fucking long, because there's people that exist out there like that. My God. Jesus. Anyways, guys, this show takes time and effort to produce. If you want to support us, head on over to patreon.com/Diggity /Diggity podcast. My apologies, to support the show. We appreciate it greatly. Today's podcast was also brought to you by Audible. You can head over to audibletrial.com/Diggity and get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial for Audible on us. That again is audibletrial.com/Diggity. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Diggity Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. YouTube username is Diggity. You can find me on Xbox One. My gamer tag is Maple Jeff. Brody.
My gamer tag on Xbox is Luscious Brody, and my PlayStation name is Wolverine's cousin.
I'm gonna have to rechange my gamer tag to like Bankrupt by Fortnite, Chapter 5 by Fortnite. Fuck. I'm gonna change my
Chapter 5.
Oh my God. I'm gonna change my name to Josh Hawley, and I'm just gonna message everyone and say that loot boxes are evil. Oh God. Guys, leave us a review wherever you're listening to the podcast. If it's on the YouTube version, it's the video version, leave us a comment and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If it's the audio version on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening to, use the star system or the rating system there. That helps us get more exposure on that platform and lets more people see the greatness of Diggity. And on top of that, your comments are also appreciated, and comment reviews on those platforms as well, because it helps us make the show even better each and every single day. And it helps us continue to be extremely blunt and call a bunch of people idiots. But it's okay, because they're idiots. They don't even fucking know they're idiots. It's the whole point of it. Until next time, guys, we'll see you for the Wednesday show. See ya.